Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I have the distinguished honor of reading Herbert Wigwe'S citation. Dr. Herbert Wigwe was born at Island Maternity Hospital, Lagos, to Pastor Shingle and Pastor Mrs. Stella Wigwe on August 15, 1966. Herbert was their third child, coming after Osita and Chilo, and was followed by Emeka, Peggy, and Stella. During the Civil War, his family settled in various southeastern cities, including Calabar. It was at this time that Herbert learned the Efik language, which he spoke fluently, in addition to his native language, Ikwere. Herbert grew up in typical post-independence civil service household, imbibing traditional values of integrity, meritocracy, respect, and accountability, which typified and characterized Nigeria's public servants in the 1960s. Herbert commenced his primary education at Port Harcourt Primary School. He was admitted into Federal Government College, Sokoto in 1977. But after his first form, he transferred to Federal Government College, Warri, where he completed his secondary school education in 1982. As a young man, Herbert was mentored by his father's younger brother, Chief Henry Ikechukwu Wigwe, a successful entrepreneur. Herbert continually sought the approval of his father, a strict disciplinarian who prioritized education and ensured that his children went to the best schools an honest public servant could afford. Herbert's love for mathematics and his skill in numeracy were apparent even at an early age, prompting Emeka, his brother, to nickname him ACG, short for Accountant General. In 1983, Herbert was admitted to the University of Nigeria to study accountancy. He graduated with a second-class upper degree in 1987, maintaining his a year after. Upon his return to Nigeria in 1991, Herbert joined Guaranty Trust Bank as a deputy manager in corporate banking. His potential stood out immediately and was very quickly noticed by Fola Adiola and Taye Adunroku, his bosses at the time. And this earned him respect of both his seniors and his peers. By 1989, Herbert was appointed as one of Nigeria's youngest executive director and became an integral part in the leadership of the team that ran Guaranty Trust Bank at the time. Whilst at GTB, he never stopped building his skills and abilities. He embarked on a journey to learn French, in the belief that it would be an advantage as he pursued relationships with multinational clients. It was therefore not a surprise that as an assistant general manager, he was able to sign on the coveted Totafina Elf account. This was just one of the several corporate relationships that Herbert was able to convert at the time working in GT. He also led several loan syndication transactions that were landmark at the time. And this he did working with the likes of IFC, the FMO, and other international financial and developmental agencies. He established enduring relationships with successive leaders of multilateral institutions such as the Afrexim, the AFDB, and became their key partner for realizing their continental ambitions. His voracious appetite for learning also led him to acquire a bachelor's degree, even though at old age, in law, and a master's degree in financial economics from the University of London. Herbert's friendship with Aigboje Agimokwede commenced at Guaranty Trust. They became kindred spirits, even as their careers followed similar trajectories. They shared a deep and close friendship, built on mutual trust, which blossomed into a lifelong business partnership. In 2001, Herbert and I teamed up in an audacious move to buy their own bank, a story which has become a reference point for many young Africans across the continent. Following their successful acquisition of Access Bank, Herbert was appointed Deputy Managing Director. And over the next 11 years, the duo, as they are fondly called, worked seamlessly together, transforming the nondescript 4th Division Bank into one of Nigeria's finest and the top 5 bank in that period. Upon Wigwe'S retirement in 2013, Herbert mounted the saddle as the GMD CEO of the bank. He was given a mandate at the time to deliver the vision himself and Ike shared, to transform Access Bank and our institution into the world's most respected African bank. Under Herbert's leadership, Access Bank became Nigeria's largest bank by balance sheet size and one of Africa's top 15 financial institutions. Under his leadership, Access Bank experienced tremendous geographic expansion, getting into markets like France, the United Emirates, the United Arab Emirates, China, including our most recent approval for our subsidiary in Hong Kong. This international expansion strategy was supported by a bold inorganic growth strategy to solidify the institution's Pan-African footprint. Herbert also shepherded the Access Bank's award-winning merger with Diamond Bank. Post the merger, the institution became the largest retail bank in our market. By 2023, the institution had over 60 million in customers, making it the highest bank within the continent, given the scale and size of its customer base. Herbert bestrode the banking industry like a titan. There's no denying that fact. So much so that he was named Africa Banker of the Year 2 consecutive years in 2021, 2020, and 2021. I think he deserves to be acknowledged for that. Herbert's concern for the industry was not just limited to Access Bank. As the chairman body of bank CEOs, he was responsible for coordinating the industry's response to several national challenges. And believe me, in this period, there were several challenges that the sector faced. In 2022, Herbert was appointed the pioneer CEO of Access Holdings Company, which commenced with an initial focus on the pension sector. Within just 2 years, Access Pension has now become the second largest pension company in our country. Herbert was a true philanthropist. He maintains the bank's corporate citizenship status with a focus on the health, healthcare, and education, with a passion and commitment that made a national impact through programs and interventions that include the Lagos Access Bank City Marathon, ArtX Lagos, and the UNICEF Access Bank partnership that was targeted at improving the quality of education to thousands of poor and vulnerable children across Nigeria, as well as South Africa, if I might add. He also co-led the Coalition Against COVID, a private sector task force in partnership with the federal government, NCDC, and WHO, with the sole aim of combating the very feared COVID pandemic crisis that Nigeria had at the time. In 2016, in furtherance of his commitment to philanthropic pursuits, he set up his personal foundation, the How Foundation, with a focus on education, health, and youth empowerment. The foundation has adopted 23 primary health centers in each local government of Rivers State. In partnership with the Private Sector Health Alliance, thank you. In partnership with the Private Sector Health Alliance of Nigeria, Herbert has prepared himself for the life beyond profits. Licensed in 2023 by the Nigerian University Commission, Herbert's dream of establishing the Wigwe University was born. The university was set up with an aim to building a fearless generation of world-class university graduates who would excel as entrepreneurs, leaders, and innovators. His vision was that there's no reason why the continent should be left behind because we just had a poor educational system. He was willing to put his money where his mouth is. Herbert got married to his heartthrob, Chizoba Dorin Wigwe, in Lagos in November 1995. He used to refer to her as the most beautiful. And so she certainly is, and I believe was. They were blessed with wonderful children. The first child, Cheesy, a spitting image of Herbert, while Tochi, his second child, is Chizoba's carbon copy. A graduate of Georgetown University, Cheesy was, and he followed his father's footsteps with a career in finance as an employee of AFC. Tochi, with degrees from NYU and Imperial College London, has also commenced a career in banking. However, Herbert and Chizoba, for their love of kids, were not done yet with child rearing. After a 10-year break, they added David, Anna, and their last child, Okachi, to the Wigwe clan. Herbert demonstrated extraordinary dedication to family, never failing to prioritize their needs and desires. From the earlier stages of each child's life, he was there to witness every milestone, offering guidance, support, and encouragement along the way. Despite the demands of his ever-expanding commitments, he never hesitated to set out precious time for his wife, children, and his larger family. His commitment to young people extended well beyond his nuclear family. Herbert had a vision to adopt 1 million children. I think at the last count, he started with 30,000. And he always teased me to say, someday, we'll have a nation where everybody is a Wigwe. Herbert is widely recognized and celebrated for his service to banking and the humanity. In 2023, President Mohamed Buhari honored him with the National Award of Commander of the Federal Republic, an award he truly deserved. The same year, the Rivers State government also honored him with Rivers Gold Star Service Award. It's an honor reserved for an indigene of the state who has excelled in his or her field of endeavor. And Herbert was a true shining star and a great representation of not only the Wigwe family, the Isiokpo committee, the Kwere local government, Rivers State, Nigeria, and of the black race, if I must add. In 2018, Herbert was also awarded with the Honorary Doctor of Business Administration by his alma mater, the University of Nigeria, for his outstanding contribution to Nigeria. Herbert was also bestowed with the fellowship from the Chartered Institute of Bankers, as well as the Institute of Chartered Accountants of Nigeria. And also it was chartered with a fellow of the Institute of Credit Administration. Sadly, in the morning of Saturday, February 9, 2024, Herbert, along his wife, Chizoba, his first son, Cheesy, and 3 others were involved in a helicopter accident in California, USA. Herbert and his wife have survived. Herbert and his wife are survived by 4 children, Tochi, David, Anna, Okachi, in addition to his 8 parents and siblings. Thank you very much.